Hello students, here I am with one more presentation. This is going to help you in the preparation of Vistas chapters. Without wasting any time, let's start with Vistas. The third level by Jack Finney. Theme and central idea for this story, well, we all know it's escapism and nostalgia. It shows how modern life causes stress, fear and insecurity. As compared to that, past is idealized as peaceful and stable. It blurs the line between reality and imagination, suggests that escaping into fantasy can be a psychological refuge. The third level, what is it? It is just a mysterious level at the Grand Central Station. It exists in 1894, the peaceful 1894, and it symbolizes the desire to escape the modern anxieties. Characters, the main characters, I'm not going over it in detail. Yes, they are Charlie, Louisa and Sam Wiener. The literary devices used, mainly symbolism. The third level actually talks about the escape and nostalgia of Charlie. Galesburg symbolizes peace and simplicity, whereas Grand Central symbolizes confusion of modern life. The narrative technique, well, it is first-person narration, subjective and unreliable, realistic setting and fantasy, non-linear time, past and present overlap, and it has an ambiguous ending where the reader decides what is real. Message of the story is humans often long for simpler past. Escapism can be a natural response to stress. Reality and imagination may coexist. Next, we have The Tiger King by Kalki. Central idea, as you all know, satire on power, arrogance and fate, criticism of absolute monarchy, blind belief in astrology, colonial influence, human cruelty towards animals. It shows how ego and false pride lead to downfall. Major themes: man versus fate, power corrupts, irony of life, human cruelty to nature, and colonial pressure. Character sketch: Tiger King is of course the most important, who is arrogant, autocratic, irrational, believes he can control fate, and symbol of abuse of power. Literary devices: satire, ridicules kings, astrologers and blind authority. Dramatic irony, that is very important. Reader knows that fate will win. And another irony is situational irony. Death caused by toy tiger, not real one. He could kill 99 real living ferocious tigers, but he died at the hands of a wooden tiger. Narrative technique, third person omniscient narrator, chronological structure, mock serious tone, serious language used to describe absurd actions, mix of realistic political detail plus fantasy. Narrator maintains detached, ironic distance. Title of the story, significance is The Tiger King refers to a king obsessed with tigers, a ruler who behaves like a tiger, violent and dominating, but no one can escape destiny, and power without wisdom leads to destruction. Our next chapter is Journey to the End of the Earth by Tishani Doshi. Central idea, exploration of Antarctica as a symbol of Earth's past, present and future. Very important statement, children. A warning about climate change. Highlights human impact on nature, importance of scientific research, need for environmental responsibility. Structure of the essay, we all know it's divided into three parts: personal travel experience, geological and historical background, environmental warning and reflection. About the journey, author travels to Antarctica as a part of the Students on Ice program. What is the purpose of the program? It is to educate people, young people, about climate change and conservation. Antarctica described as vast, silent, pristine, uninhabited and fragile. Narrative technique, its first person narrative, reflective and contemplative tone, blend of, this is important children, blend of travelogue, scientific exposition, personal reflection. It uses factual data and emotional appeal. Message of the story: Antarctica is a mirror showing consequences of human actions. Climate change is a collective responsibility. Knowledge must lead to action, and protecting the planet is urgent, not optional. The Enemy by Pearl S. Buck. Central idea: conflict between humanity and patriotism, moral dilemma during war. It emphasizes compassion above national hatred, ethical duty of a doctor, universal human values. These are very important, children. Character sketches, you all know we have important characters are Dr. Sadao, Hana, and the servants are there. Major themes of this story: humanism versus nationalism, war and moral blindness, duty of a professional, inner conflict and conscience. Narrative technique: third person limited narration, focus on Dr. Sadao's inner thoughts, realistic serious tone, linear progression with emotional depth, blends action with psychological conflict. Message of the story: humanity is above nationality. It has been proved by the character of Dr. Sadao. Compassion defines true civilization. War cannot erase moral responsibility. On the Face of It by Susan Hill. Themes: appearance versus reality, isolation and loneliness, acceptance and compassion, courage and optimism, and impact of human relationships. Important characters, we all know Mr. Lamb, optimistic, cheerful, philosophical; Derry, insecure, fearful, withdrawn. Narrative technique: one act play with a single setting, dialogue driven, ideas unfold through conversation rather than action. Contrast technique: pessimistic Derry versus optimistic Mr. Lamb. Very important question, you all know. Symbolic setting: open garden represents openness of mind and heart, and it has a realistic style. So these are important narrative techniques. Message of the play: physical appearance does not define a person's worth. Fear and self-pity isolate people more than disability. True happiness comes from accepting oneself and connecting with others. Life should be lived fearlessly and fully despite suffering. Last, we have Memories of Childhood, Zitklasa and Bama. Themes of oppression and injustice. Zitklasa stands for racism and Bama stands for untouchability. Then there is loss of identity, cultural erasure and humiliation, resistance and self-awareness, social inequality, education and empowerment. That is very important. Important characters, you all know. Zitkalasa, sensitive and observant child; Bama, innocent, curious and playful as a child. Literary devices here: symbolism is very important, children. Cutting off hair is loss of identity. Untouchability shows it's symbolic of deep-rooted social oppression. Narrative technique: autobiographical narration, first-person perspective, episodic structure, which means series of personal memories rather than a continuous plot. Simple direct language enhances realism and authenticity. Message of the story: all humans deserve equal respect and dignity. Awareness leads to courage and change. Education empowers the oppressed to challenge injustice. It highlights loss of identity due to oppressive social system. So the role that education plays is very important. That's about it. One very important tip, children. Please answer the paper from question number 1 to 13. Do not mix sections. Please go one by one. As I've already told you, if you don't want to answer a particular question, leave some space and come back to it later on when you wish to answer. All the best. You are all set to take it. Good luck.